Tēnā koutou katoa. Welcome to another Mac tips and tricks. Today I'm going to be showing you about how to use the drawing tool on Keynote. Now, one of the cool features about Keynote, and in fact I think I can go out there and say it quite confidently, that I really think Keynote is probably one of the most diverse apps on the Apple suite. I'm just going to go out there and say that. There are so many functions that you can use with Keynote, and the great thing about it is that, if you think about slideshow presentations, I think it's one of the jokes in education is that kids love doing presentations and sharing things through slideshows, and that's one of the challenges I think in teaching when we're sharing is how do we make it more interesting for kids, and how do we make their presentations more interesting than just a slideshow. But this particular tool on the Keynote is absolutely amazing, and that's why I wanted to share it with you today. All right, so I've done a pre-recording on an iPad, so you can see how it all comes together. So what you need to do is you need to open a blank presentation and make it a blank white screen, and then you go from there. So let's see it. So as you can see, I've got my blank presentation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a photo in from the library, and to go with the current theme, which is the Olympics, I've got some Olympic rings. And what I'm going to do with this is that I need to do a drawing over it. I don't want to just copy get a photo from the internet and do that. So I'm going to actually use the drawing tool. Now, I started looking at how I was going to do it, and I was going to use a pen to do it, or I was going to use a crayon to do it. And one of the things that I actually realized after the fact was actually, what I need to be doing is I actually need to change the opacity on the image. So I went to the paintbrush tool, change the opacity down to 25%, so that way you can still see through the image. Now, I don't really need it as much with this particular image because there's a lot of white in the background anyway, but if I was using another image, it would make it much easier to have that opacity down. So I do my drawing function over the top, and as you can see, I'm drawing over the top in crayon, doing the inside and the outside of the rings fairly poorly. Now, if I was using a pencil, it'd probably be better, but I was just using my forefinger to do the drawing itself. Now, like you can see, I'm just taking my time doing these different outlines, and I'm just going to make it a little bit quicker. And so I'm going through it, doing my colours, and I was thinking, well, I could do this in so many different ways. And so I did the crayon first, and then I decided, actually, do you know what? I'm going to use the paint tool as well. So I grabbed the paint, and I thought I'll do the same thing, and I'll go over the top of the crayon. And I went the outside, I followed the outside line, and then I followed the inside line, and then it comes up like this. It's really beautiful. All right, it's not, obviously, it looks like a 5-year-old's done it, so that's fine. Main thing is to share how this tool actually works. So you can actually still see that crayon outline, which is kind of what the Olympic rings do as well, and it shows you the order in which you've done it. And then once it's all done, once I've done all of my outlines, I can then use an animation tool. So I go on to animate, and I'll show this in a moment. I click on the 3 dots at the top, and then I click animate, and then I go add build in, and then I tap on line draw, and then it does this. It does an animation for you of all of the drawing that you've done, so that way you can use that. Now, if you wanted to, you can change the speed on the line drawing. You can add in other tools, so you could add in words. So one of the ideas that I had is that I could actually do it where I was adding in different things like the representation of each of the rings and what the rings represent in terms of the continents on the planet, and really try and build out those Olympic values as part of a presentation. And the thing is that this is such a diverse idea. You can use it for so many different things. So you can do it as part of your own presentations, or you can do it as part of getting kids to share their presentations of something that they're doing. So go out there, give it a go. It's a really, really awesome tool to use, and have a go. If you need any help, please come and see me. I'm more than happy to have a chat with you about it, and to give you any kind of extra help if you need it. All right, good luck and enjoy.